Hello, we meet again. I'm still at home in my studio right now, but in only a few hours I will be boarding a plane to Stockholm, Sweden to go meet up with one Ola England. You will know Ola for being one of the OGs of guitar YouTube, as well as running one of the most successful modern metal guitar brands. And so today, as usual, I will be giving you some insight into Ola's life and Ola's work and living space that you will not see anywhere else. So without beating around the bush too much, my name is Kalen, and you're watching Season 1, Episode 4 of 6 String TV Cribs, brought to you by Very Nice Guitars.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome.
What's up, man?
Welcome. Come in. What's up? Yeah, that's good. Good dog. How you doing, man? Welcome. First of all, I'm Ola England. I have a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, I'm sure nobody watching this knows who you are.
Exactly. But I also run a guitar band called Solar Guitars, and this is my office here in Sweden. Should we go room by room, or how do you want to do this?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the completely useless room, where lights are terrible. It's big and huge, and there's couches, but I'm the only person here to sit in that couch. So, and you see the dining table has 7 chairs. It's 7 too many because I don't dine at that table at all.
This is expensive for a room you call the useless room.
Well, the thing is that there were people here before that I threw out.
Oh.
Because I think you can relate when you start as a YouTuber. You start at home. In my case, married and the kids and all that, it became too big to be in the apartment. So we moved out to an office. With becoming more people, I felt that, we needed a bigger office. We got this, people were sitting in there, and everything was nice. But I figured out at the end that all of the stuff that I have is basically, this is my living room right here. And having people here, it definitely affected my creative side of things, in my opinion. So they have a new office now that's right next to this.
Okay.
So I'm all alone in this office. If you have a big office, you will grow into it. And that's definitely what has happened in this office. But this mid section right here, it's just for show. It's
I just spotted something. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought it was.
That's a good start.
I thought that was a standard in every office. I kind of want to give the idea when you get into the office that it seems that I know what I'm doing. And not that I know what I'm doing, but it makes me feel like I'm a professional and maybe I can grow into the role a little bit. We should start here, I guess. By the way, this table is my chaos table. You have to have a chaos table where it's like, okay, all the stuff that you have happening right now, I have nowhere to put because I can't clean. I just put it on this board.
Yeah, well, I mean, where do you put a label maker? That is...
Exactly. And the thing is that before I knew that you were coming here, I was like, dude, I have to arrange a bunch of shit. So yeah, I have a label writer on here. I have a baby sponge.
Of course you do.
This is the signal for... Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, there it is. Okay, so if someone, I bring this with me if I'm rocking out with an amplifier and people are at the door.
Okay.
I can hear this, usually. So we have that. Some sunglasses, obviously. You have to stay cool. I got my, toolbox right there. So
I love that this is completely breaking the illusion of like what you see in your videos, and I like that.
How so?
Well, because you see the nice polished studios,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, you come in here and it's like, well, okay, my place looks like this too. Thank God.
Well, we're gonna see. Yeah, I'm gonna show you there's a chaos room too.
Oh, of
so
course
I'm
there
gonna
is.
show you that later. And if you're creative, cleaning up is not your finest ability. I would say it's definitely tough to keep it clean and nice. I never had it this clean and nice in a long time. I must say it's usually complete chaos. This room is actually. The newest room I've fixed because here we printed T-shirts before.
Okay.
We had a complete T-shirt printing factory, I would say, here. And after they moved out to the other office, I got this whole room, which is now almost like the biggest recording room for me now. So I got this completely new angle. I always call it angles. Like, okay, this is a shot right here.
Oh, this is nice.
So the camera will be here probably, and like film like this. I'm not completely done.
I mean, that is a nice shot.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly. It's not completely done yet. I need to have it for a while before I can I have to edit some videos and see like, okay, there's something missing here, something missing here. Then I'll add something to the background or or whatever. I rarely sit at desks anymore.
More of a standing desk guy?
I've become more of a standing guy as
Me too.
I've got a herniated disc and I got surgery for it last year.
Oh, shit.
So I'm standing all the time now.
Okay.
When you're seeing me sitting down in a video, that's basically all I sit.
Okay, yeah, I mean, same. I do all of my stuff at a standing desk now.
Yes.
I have a very nice chair, and all I use it for is recording, yeah. There you go. Hold on, it's not focusing. Because it's just as wide as the windows back there, so it's just overexposed. There you go, Chug Life mug.
Hell yeah.
That's a fucked looking chair.
Yeah,
I know
dude,
those.
this-
I've seen those, but
All right, so I'll show you the trick. So, you know, regular chair, like, working my boopity boppity right here. But then you're like, oh, my back is fucked up. Oh, let me do a fucking saddle like this. I mean, you look like a moron, but it works. You know, it's at least you can lean onto, you know, the chair, and it gives me a little bit of a relief in the back. I don't have to have all this pressure. So it's actually pretty good.
yeah, that looks like it's $2,000 probably.
Well, yeah, 1,000 to 1,500. But it, you know,
Lovely.
for backs, it's saving backs, man. This setup is usually here just for me to record whatever I'm doing here. I have a couple of audio interfaces. I don't know how nerdy you want to become.
Oh, absolutely. Run us through it.
All right.
There's a Patreon link in the description for an extended cut.
Ooh, okay,
so,
I like that.
So the extremely nerdy shit goes in
Okay.
the extended cut.
Perfect.
Ola.
This feels perfect. I've actually never sat in this chair, recorded anything, so this will be a first.
Really?
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities to do shit in here that you probably don't do.
I know, but I'm gonna check out your video and see how it turns out. See if this is a good angle right here.
Yeah, I mean it might be better for a solo angle than what we're doing, but whatever.
I'm doing good. It's Friday. It's the beginning of summer, and the weather is inspiring. And I cannot complain at all. It's
Me
great
neither.
right now.
Stockholm's lovely. This is a lovely place. So, tell us a bit about yourself. Where were you born? Were you born? I mean, you're Swedish. Were you born like in Stockholm?
I was born here in Stockholm. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So I never lived outside of Stockholm. Always
Interesting,
stayed
okay.
here, and I love it here. If you take away that the winters are from October to April, which is a very, very long winter, summers are amazing. That's why I'm happy right now, because you see it in a lot of people out as well. Like, you know, during the winter season, it's like people are a little more closed in. But as soon as the summer comes out, you know, people take their tops off.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the sun was out until like 11 yesterday.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes. But in reverse, in winter, the
Yeah.
sun is not up at all.
Yeah,
Instead.
that ties nicely into the first question. What's the best part of living here?
I've thought about this question before, and I don't think there's an easy answer, because there's a lot of places I would love to live in. Winters are nice, but tough, too long, and that's probably the one thing that is the worst part about living here, to be honest, is the winters. They are long and dark. But if it could be like it is today, for a bigger part of the year, I would say it's the perfect country to live in. Sweden is a great country for growing kids. I pay a lot of taxes. It sucks, but it's worth it.
The overall like happiness worldwide, Sweden's probably pretty high up, right?
Well, I think in today's the time that a lot of people are miserable. But I think people, during summers at least, are very happy people.
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, okay, in Germany, it's not as extreme. Like the weather can be kind of shit in summer as well. It's just kind of mediocre weather year round. It's kind of the same mood year round. Here, it's probably like winter would probably send me into a depression here. I don't think I could make it long term.
I see it more as that's the cramming season where you work a lot. So like that's when you go in. I write a lot of music. I work a lot here in the office. I do a lot of content. Like I just work a lot more. And then during the summer, it's sort of like, even though I always work, still on during the summer, I do work less.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know it any different.
I don't know
suppose,
anything else exactly. But I wouldn't mind having sun during the winter. You know, that would be nice.
You are renting this place, and you've now this is being sprinkled throughout the video, so you haven't seen all of it yet, but it's very large. I mean, there's this one big giant being used as a lounge room, I suppose, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other rooms and a bathroom and whatnot. Ballpark. How much?
How much it costs?
Yeah.
I think it's like 2,000 euros a month.
Ouch.
Well, I live in Sweden.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
and
that's-
I live very close to Stockholm, and it's actually, for the size, considered pretty low oil price.
It's huge. This
Yeah.
place is massive.
It is.
It is really big. This is just your office.
Yep.
And the apartments that I've visited so far from other people were smaller than this. That's something to take into account. This is, by the way, this is a slightly different version of the show, I suppose, because this is not the living space. This is the workspace, but that's kind of the interesting bit. Like, you don't need to see the personal living room if nothing happens there. Everybody
See
else,
where I take a shit and stuff.
most of us, we have like a section of our home that we work from, so that's why I do it the way
That's
I do.
what I had as well.
Yeah.
That's what I started with.
$2,000 a month, Jesus Christ. Okay, well,
So I got to be hustling, man. Got to work.
yeah, I guess it gives you, sort of motivates you to keep going.
Well, I have to. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
That's the thing about having employees as well. You have to, because if you don't work, there's not going to be any money. And YouTube is very sensitive
Yeah.
to if you pull away for a while, you will notice. Also, a very cool part about YouTube is that, you know, if you invest a lot into YouTube, you will probably get a response back,
Yes.
which is good. But it takes a toll on mental health. There's a balance for sure.
I don't employ anybody, like not even an editor. We spoke about that. Like I do all my own stuff. I make all my own thumbnails. So nobody's livelihood rides on the videos but mine currently. Like I imagine having like an entire operation like that to keep up probably puts some pressure on you.
For me, the pressure is that I create the jobs for them. So I feel like I'm, you know, I feel, I won't say guilty, but I feel like I'm responsible to be able to continue pay their payroll, you know, and
Yeah.
because you know, they invested in me, so hopefully I can give back, you know. Here's a wall that I haven't done anything with really, but these paintings were done by a guy called Mr. Dist. He's a tattoo guy. He made my full sleeve.
Okay.
I just love his work, especially now in a day where, you know, AI is taking over. We want to support the artists.
Good shit.
You know? And this couch is just, it's a good spot to sit. I haven't recorded anything here yet, but maybe we can premiere it today with a little bit of an interview or something. And this is my dog. It's Pix.
Hello.
She follows me around, and she's the nicest dog. Not a fan of big black things that look like cameras. Let's see if I can make her a little excited. She loves the 360 camera
Oh,
on a tripod. You stay here. You can't see this yet.
nope. Secret. I'll just point at Pix the entire time.
Let me see if I can. I'll try and record something here. Yellow. That means that there's no battery, but I can pretend. So this. Pix, come. Yeah, come. So she likes. It could almost be a playful thing. Ha! Yeah! Ha! 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 Anyway. She's a little bit afraid, but also a little bit excited. Yeah, she wants to bite this, but yeah. She wants to bite it, but she's too nice, so she won't bite it.
I have to do this with more people who have pets.
Dude, people need more pets, but
Yeah.
pets do not need more people. There's a lot of shitty dog owners out there.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I would love to have a dog, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm never home because I'm always doing shit like this. So that's probably pointless.
We've had dogs before. We actually had another, the same breed, the miniature bull terrier, up until like 2013 or something like that. And then when that dog passed, it was just so heavy on me.
Yeah.
I felt I could never have another dog in my life. It was just the worst day of my life. It wasn't until recently, well, we've had her for 4 years now, that I felt like, okay, it's time. You know, we got to get a dog.
Yeah.
And they do give you so much love. It's the best. The dogs are the best, especially
Yes.
this one. She's too kind. All right, so let's just go room by room. This is not a very special room, but it still maybe might be exciting. This is the in and out solar guitars room.
Okay.
So what we have here are basically samples, or market samples, I would call them. And these are the guitars that come in here That's actually a secret guitar right there, but let's
Let's not.
But we can talk about it later. So all of these are guitars that are either launched right now or are about to be launched, and we're launching this on today actually.
Oh shit.
So this one is being released today, and then I'm waiting for another shipment of guitars coming Tuesday, which will be the next batch for the coming 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
So I just gathered these over here because they're going to be shipped back and all. But all these have photos, videos, and all that being done. And then I have an unpacking table over here. I have some empty boxes. It's nice to have this in its own room because there's a lot of boxes coming in and out all the time.
Yeah.
And obviously, because I have so much space, it's great to have a room like this. Otherwise,
Every guitar YouTuber knows the struggle. Who
Yes,
doesn't have a space like this?
I'm going to show you later.
Oh,
Right.
hold on.
Yes.
Do you happen to know who is sponsoring this episode of Six String TV Cribs?
I have no idea. I usually don't do these things, but
This episode has been sponsored by Very Nice Guitars, as you've been able to read on my shirt the entire time as well. Very Nice Guitars are a website where you can buy used boutique gear.
I thought you were going to say Very Nice Guitars.
I was gonna make that joke. I've made it too many times. The reason that I felt having them sponsor this would be fun is because on a regular basis, they carry some pretty cool high-end used Solar stuff.
Hell yeah.
If you like cool stuff with Evertunes, if you like boutique brands that you may not be able to afford brand new, or may not be able to get your hands on brand new because who the fuck can get their hands on an Abasi? The bots buy them all up as soon as a new drop launches.
Shit.
There isn't really that much to this. If you like cool boutique stuff, you want to get your hands on some good deals, there's a link in the description. It's an insane catalog. It like old Japanese stuff. There's a Star Wars guitar on there
Hell yeah.
that I forget which brand it was, but it's like the fretboard and everything is painted to be like Star Wars themed.
Well, cool.
They have Abasi, they have ethereal guitars, they get cool stuff in on a regular basis. Thank you to them for giving me money so I can come to Stockholm and do this.
Very nice guitars.
There you have it. Link in the description, and back to the episode.
So
Oh,
here's where everybody was sitting before. This was like the main office where they
Okay.
were sitting, which has now been converted to like a photo studio
Okay.
for the guitar. The idea with solar guitars and with social media in general is like you have to move fast, right?
Yeah.
So it's not very easy to have like 10 guitars and just quickly make photos and videos and all that. But I'm trying to make it as easy for myself as I can by having everything set up like this and the lights and usually I have camera set up as well. But to be able to like duck, just trying to be as efficient as possible. So I have these two walls I can vary between. Sometimes I do guitar like playthroughs here. I've recorded the Haunted music video against this
Oh.
shot. Right
Okay.
here. I got this. This is for my back.
Oh yeah.
So I can hang.
The
That's
Amazon
something
Home
I-
Fitness thing. I have the same thing.
Very important when you have like I have had a herniated disc. It's just to let your body hang.
Oh, so you just hang off the bar?
Yeah, you can hang off the bar. I'm not going to do any chin-ups now because I don't know how many I can do. But it's a good way to just hang like this for 20 seconds. It does a lot of good, a lot of relief for your back.
Okay.
So very important for an old man like me. Where did I put my coffee now?
On the messy table.
Yes. All right. So this is probably my favorite room, but I don't shoot too much in here actually.
Jesus.
But I want to have a flashy boss office where the big bosses.
This room looks and feels expensive.
It definitely looks more expensive. And as you can see, same guy that made the other paintings, he did these as well.
That's sick.
This is probably, if I sit here and like if I write emails and prepare my son with olas, with news and shit like that, I usually do that here. Or if I just want to like sit and relax, that's why the legs are out. Sometimes I go, dude, YouTube fucking sucks. And be like, oh, nice. And I sit there for 5 seconds because we don't have time
Yeah.
in YouTube, on YouTube. So that's where we move out. But I also have this, a liquor cart. Okay, dining table. I mean, the thing is that we actually dined here or had lunch here, but now that everyone is out, it's just...
That cutting board made
It's
of,
a cutting board.
made of those electro-treated
so
solar
the lady
bodies.
that did these...
What's that called? I keep forgetting what that
it's just
method is called.
Like it's just electrical
Yeah.
charge. You put two really You put 2 pins and it just creates this.
Yeah.
It's super dangerous.
That's sick.
That's the part of our Chop Shop series that we have of guitars. So it's really burnt, which is, it's for real. That's what's cool about it. There's the kitchen. If you need a coffee, let me know, because there's the coffee maker. So here's a little bit of a chaos room.
Oh boy.
And so
Oh
if you
boy,
go
oh
in
boy.
here,
The archives.
this is the guitar and amplifier storage, I would say, because I did have a storage unit for a while, because obviously, so many guitars, so many amplifiers and cabinets. Like, where do you store all these? I finally have a spot where I can store these. This is basically one of those rooms where I usually have it cleaned, and that's where I change strings over there.
What do you call that series? Just My Guitar
My
or
guitar,
something?
yeah. Well, it depends. Sometimes I do it in another spot, but this is the situation. It's like, okay, there's a little thing right there I need to kick over to get through. Here's a little combo amplifier.
There's the amp wall.
Here's the amp wall. We can go ahead and talk about all of these if you want for the Patreons.
Maybe the most interesting ones.
Yes, exactly. If I need to change strings, this is usually where I do it. Now, I had a panic attack in regards of searching for strings, so that's why it's looking like this.
Is that like a neck cradle with your logo?
Yes, dude.
That's insane.
Yes, someone made this logo, neck cradle, for me as a gift.
You have a good logo to make a neck cradle out of.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it works. So very appreciative of people doing shit like that. I think I always feel so grateful for the subscribers that go out of their way of doing shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just
Nicest guitar in here, of course, by the way.
my Squire, yeah, for sure.
with the free online lessons sticker.
Yes, no, it has to stay. It's part of the guitar, man. That's how it is. I mean, aren't you like, when you get something new, you never rip off the plastic of like screens and shit like that?
That might just be a you thing.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, it's the same here. I can't. Oh my god, that gave me such a panic attack right there.
Well, it sucks when, like, on those things, because it's always the plastic's underneath the screws, so you have to unscrew everything to like get it off completely.
Oh, see, I feel bad. No.
Oh, I've caused you pain.
Well, it ripped off probably $20 worth of value from this guitar.
Yes.
That's $100. So
I was gonna say that's 50% the value.
some of my most guitars that I don't even dare have out are here.
You have some really rare shit in here. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Might want to show you this. This is cool. This is the chug pedal.
Hold on, really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's the schematic, and this is basically how I test drive the pedal. We can talk about the guitars later. Let's head into another room. But also, it's like storage of boxes and pedal boxes.
And the Line 6 Bean.
Yes.
I have one of those as well. I don't think I was born yet when those actually came out.
Oh, really?
Well, when
that was 2000, I think.
Was not.
Hell yeah, you're young.
Yep.
Fuck.
You've been around the block in the metal scene, right? You're with Feared and The Haunted, and then you have your solo thing, like the Chug project, or just Ola England or whatever.
Right. I have Ola England, which is more like the pretentious Ola England. Then I have the Chug project, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's
just
Chug.
nonsense fun music,
Chug.
but I like it.
Well, it's riffs. Like I have such a huge output of songs and riffs. I felt like, okay, it will be kind of. People have been asking about me releasing music all the time.
Does the Sunday with Ola stuff go in there? Okay.
Yes. So a lot of the Sunday with Ola songs go into the Chug project. I just finished them up basically and add solos and shit, and then I release them. People that like instrumental metal without the the growling or the screaming, because that's usually what puts some people off. So they get to hear the chuggy guitars without the annoying screaming.
You've got all of that.
Yes.
What some people don't know, many people do, but some don't, you have also been in the legendary hit death metal band 6 Feet Under.
Yes, that's right.
And
I know that you love that band.
Yes. It's going to be sort of a split between like they don't know me and they clicked for you, or just people who are subscribed. And the people who are subscribed, a large portion of them are probably here from a video that was about Chris Barnes and 6 Feet Under, which is like one of the most viewed ones on this channel. So how was the time in that band?
So I can tell you the story of how it came to be.
Of course, please.
I just quit my day job in 2012 to focus on YouTube, and I felt like, hell yeah, I'm gonna make so much money on this YouTube thing, even though I didn't. It was a very weird thing because I went to NAMM, and at NAMM I decided, okay, I have to go all in into this thing. And just a couple of weeks later, I went to the Frankfurt Music Messe, which is not a thing anymore.
Unfortunately, I never got to see it.
No, but I was there, and I got a call from Chris Barnes.
Okay.
And he basically just asked if I wanted to play in his band, go on tour. They had a tour coming in like a month, very short, and time in before. At that time, I was very like, I said yes to everything, because I mean, if an opportunity is given to you, you better take it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna miss out. Came over there, we rehearsed, and then we went. I went on my first U.S. tour.
Okay, pretty random and quick.
Random and quick, and I just traveled there. I mean, I have experience playing in bands, so playing with the band was easy. It was Kevin Talley on drums, and Jeff Fuel on bass, and Steve Swanson on the other guitar, and then Chris Barnes. And it was just like, these are professional musicians that you work with. You don't really worry. You go to rehearsal space and you just play, and everyone has taken the time to learn the songs, and you just play. Compare that to when I was starting up. You would rehearse with your band together, and become better together. But at this level, you learn all your parts perfectly before you go to rehearsal space, and then everything's just fine.
Was it fun?
It was a lot of fun.
Okay,
dude.
I don't know what I've criticized how Chris Barnes behaves online, and also his vocals, but I don't know what he's like on a personal basis. I'm sure he's not like a complete piece of shit or something. Like people get the impression that I like have some personal vendetta against this man, and it's like I don't know him.
So Chris Barnes is a great person.
Okay.
I must say, at least to me, he's very nice.
Okay.
And I have nothing but love for that man. He gave me an opportunity that was great for me and was really teaching me a lot. I did that for a full year. When you tour together with a band on a bus, you really become close. For him to take in a Swedish guy, among all these American guys, which it's a really big thing. Me being Swedish, England, I'm here, Swedish, I'm blonde and blue-eyed, and it's I don't think I fit in this band, but he really took me in, and I'm extremely thankful for that. We did an album. I wrote a bunch of songs. I had a lot of inspirations, obviously, because I got asked to join the band. It was super great, and after I left, I also helped them out with another tour, because he asked, like, do you want to play on this European tour? I was sure, helping out. And
okay, so you just left out of like, I didn't want to like poke too much. Felt like this was either a very mutual thing, or it was like you got into some sort of falling out with him.
No, absolutely not. Everything's good on that sense, and that's not me being political or anything. I did play and I did tour a lot. I had a son that was 2-3 years old at the time, and I noticed how much I was not at home. And it kind of dawned on me when we had a festival show in LA, where I was flying for 40 hours with connections to play for 40 minutes and then to fly home for 30 hours.
Fuck that.
And I was like, logistically, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
And same year, I also got reached out by Patrick Jensen of The Haunted. So I was sitting there with like, okay, I have this offer to play in a Swedish band, a metal band, The Haunted, that I'm also a very big fan of. Or, I play in 6 Feet Under, which I really like. It pays well, and it's a lot of fun, and a lot of American tours and all that. And I love touring America; it's the greatest. Or I logistically stay and be in the Swedish band, which makes more sense. So I took the decision to I wouldn't be able to do 2 bands and tour and have a 2-year-old son and my wife at home alone with my son. I think that's the problem right there. We also had a dog back then, so it's a lot of work for Louise at the time.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's a nice answer.
Yeah. So
okay, that's
and afterwards, like I said, like Chris asked me if I wanted to, even if after I left, he asked if I wanted to go tour and do the tour for them, like the summertime. Dude, hell yeah! I'm very happy and grateful for that situation. And it was actually Ben Eller that recommended me.
Somebody commented that on one of my videos at some point. I don't even think it was 6 Feet Under related.
Yeah.
But somebody commented that, and I was like, I have to ask Ben about that at some point. Okay, okay, nice. Ben is like very well connected, like more so than you'd think.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
Like he's the spider in the web.
He's been with Whitechapel.
Yeah. He played Mastodon for a while too.
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say, is he doing that now? Is he the replacement?
No, it's Nick Johnston now, but he did fill in and help them out. It's like he's the guy. Like, I need some help. Okay, It's him. You know, he's the MacGyver of the music.
I was gonna say he's the Mike Portnoy of guitar.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm sorry, like my answer is quite
No, that
boring.
That's nice. I mean, Barnes was on the Chris Gaza podcast a couple months ago, and I watched that, and I was like, "Oh, is he so nice and humble now? What were the Twitter tirades about? He came across so nice."
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, this is the chillest guy ever." I probably would have never made that video if there had been footage of him being like that. At that point, it was just like the internet was full of him being a dickhead.
Look, I think it's like this. A lot of these guys that they've played in bands all their lives. They don't know anything else. I think a lot of people still have problems adapting to the social media.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is basically simple misunderstandings, if anything.
It's probably inevitable. The more of these videos I make, and like the bigger the names get in this series, that at some point, since it's just like a casual conversation, nothing besides my couple notes here has been pre-written, so it's inevitable at some point something's going to be picked up by fucking Loudwire.
Absolutely. Like there's a danger to it, but I, at the same time, it's like we can't walk around and be afraid of saying things.
Yeah.
A little bit of the problem today is that a lot of people just want shit to go after. Like it's people are miserable nowadays, man. That's what I found out. Like it's people have it rough. It kind of reflects into how they comment, how they engage, and it's dude, there needs to be more kindness in this world.
It's got you. I mean, I haven't been in the YouTube game very long. I started in October of 21, but it's gotten more toxic, I feel like.
Very toxic.
It definitely hasn't gone in the other direction, so it's not good to see.
I see it. I try to see it in the bigger picture, and I think that it's just the state of the world. The job is to divide people into white or black. There's like the gray zone is gone. If I don't agree with what you said about 6 Feet Under or Chris Barnes, who the fuck cares? Like
there was a Reddit post.
I can still respect you. You can still respect me, and we can still be friends.
There was a Reddit post a while back. I don't remember what the context was. I just posted a picture of like us together or some shit.
Okay.
From like we met at the Guitar Summit. I don't know, and somebody took that, like posted on Reddit. How can Ola be friends with this guy who doesn't like Pantera? And I think I replied to that post, and I was like, dude, grown man.
Dude, I know a lot of people that don't like Pantera.
Yeah, but it's like if I had like wildly different, like radically right-wing politics or some shit like that, that's different. Yeah. I don't like a band that you like. Come on.
Exactly.
So this is, this looks great, I must say.
It does.
This is how you display pedals.
As opposed to using them.
Exactly, you're right. But I do actually use them. And it's a nice way to be like, okay, I need a tube screamer today. I see immediately, okay, here's the tube screamer right there.
Yeah.
But also like, I try to, if I use a pedal, try to get it back immediately. When there's chaos and no time, they're just usually on the floor.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Is that the one that that's the one you drip liquids into and like it?
Really?
Yeah, you put some random liquid in that bit, and then it kind of just changes the tone, quote unquote, depending on like if you piss in it or whatever. Why do you have it if you don't?
So, yeah, you're right. This says pour liquid here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one of my problems, right? I've been doing this for so long that I can't remember shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Like, when did I get that? I have no idea. How did I get it? Absolutely no idea. But now that you said that, I got to try it out.
Yeah, you're just gonna piss in it. I know you are.
Ooh, don't give me ideas. All right, so here's another recording room.
Oh, the green screen room.
Green screen room, yes, which I rarely use because green screen just adds a lot of hassle, in my opinion.
It's horribly annoying.
It's fun for skits and shit, but I don't do skits too much.
I would use green screen like every day if I had a setup like this. I just have a horribly crinkled green screen cloth like the one you have back there on the shelf.
Exactly. Yeah,
and that's like terrible to light evenly, so it just looks horrible.
That's the problem with cloths like this. They get wrinkles and shit, and you can still see that when you try to key it out. Since I have the space, why not just paint the wall? The amount of times I recorded can fit on one hand, like 4 or 5.
There's the classic.
This is
the Solar Guitars ad wall.
Yes, and Coffee with Ola wall.
Oh yeah, right. So many cool people have sat here.
Yes, Slash have been sitting here.
Really?
Yes.
What?
And, yeah, I have a Coffee with Slash. Dude, I have his DNA on a glass.
I was going to say, did you keep something he drank out of?
Yes, I did. Cool with this room is that I also can set colors.
Oh, Jesus. Nice. That is
And
a
also something I never use, because I mean, you usually just want to have proper light like this, and that's
yes,
it.
but that's still cool to have.
Yeah, exactly.
This entire place is basically like overkill, but cool to have.
Well, you know what happened is that, you know, I started in the apartment and didn't have much of a room, and then you get I had another office, and I felt like, oh, dude, really outgrew that office quick. And then we got a chance to look at this, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and make it proper from the start. If you just keep on adding and adding and adding stuff, it's gonna be shit, I think.
Yeah.
So when we moved here, I made sure to like paint everything that I needed to, I install the lights, and make it as easy for myself as as I possibly could. So this is my beautiful room right here.
Awesome.
Yes, let's head into. Look at this, by the way, before winter.
That's awesome.
Dude, and now-
Who made the mini one?
Brain fart. I don't remember the name of the artist that did this. That's a brain fart right there.
Okay.
But that happens on YouTube. But basically, this guy, he's made guitars for James Hetfield as well.
Okay.
Like with this, he takes the guitar and then he basically relics them and make them look like this. Incredible. And then there's these that are made by a guy, I think it's from France. Multi-Awesome Studios. He makes miniature guitars like this. And he just
Okay.
made this and
Oh, I've seen those on Instagram,
Yes,
I think.
yes.
Yeah.
and with this fucking gorgeous case. Take a look at this. This is the case 4.
There's
small guitar.
there's a mini guitar case. That's
So,
fun.
Okay, take a look at this. He even made a small Evertune key. How fucking cool is that? Look at the cable.
How long does this shit take?
I have no idea, but you know, got
There's
all
a
the photos here.
there's a small tag for the pot.
Exactly. Like just start. If you start looking, you're gonna find more and more. That's the thing.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah, it is
Oh.
really crazy. And now,
So music was paying the bills for you before YouTube was.
so
right?
music and YouTube. I was basically alone almost when I started.
Mm-hmm.
There were Rob Chapman was there, and Keith Merrow was also there. And Keith Merrow and I was probably like neck to neck about how we did our demos.
Keith Merrow does YouTube.
Well,
did?
not anymore, but back then he was like the metal go-to guy.
Okay,
and
didn't
I was
know that.
also I would probably be a little shittier metal, like, and he was like god tier. But we did about the same, so there weren't that many people that did what we did, and then we got all this space. I remember
Yeah.
like most of my videos always came up like, okay, top trending. Nowadays it's so saturated.
Yeah.
But back then, it wasn't weird if one of my videos was top trending, which is
Shit.
like impossible nowadays.
Yeah,
you
that's
have to have
what-
millions of views.
So when did you said you quit your job in 2012?
Yes.
So that was one of the questions, was when did you go full time?
Mm-hmm.
2012. What were you doing before then?
I was working as an accountant.
Accountant.
Yes,
Okay.
a really good accountant too. I've always been very good at working, like taking a job and really
Okay.
like make it my job and like excel at it, do it almost better than I have to.
I could be making drama clickbait videos
Yes,
in my studio.
absolutely.
I occasionally still do those.
So even if the YouTube wouldn't bring me as much money, I would have the time at least to put a lot more effort into it.
I could be making drama clickbait videos
Yes,
in my studio.
absolutely.
I occasionally still do those. But I'm sure I could constantly be digging up some bullshit like Trivium said something on TikTok about the band that they were touring with. I could have turned that into a video.
Yes, absolutely.
But I just kind of I like making higher quality content instead.
Yeah. Then also at the time I also had sponsorships. So I had a Washburn Solar, for instance. That's the first time I brought in my own design into a physical guitar. And I had the Randall Satan, for instance, signature amplifier. And both the Washburn Solar and the Randall Satan was I would consider successes.
Yeah.
Like the Randall Satan was the most selling Randall amplifier.
Yeah, the thing was sick.
And that also gave me a lot of royalties.
How good are the royalties from Signature Gear? I have no idea. I've never asked anybody.
Back then, I think it depended because it can't really count because the factory that they built them in got bankrupt and disappeared. But I think like a quarterly royalty check would probably be like 10 to 20 grand.
Okay. Like how much per unit?
I think
well, percentage-wise?
5 to 7. 5 is pretty standard, I
Okay.
think. But I think I managed to get it up to 7 because it was my designs, basically.
Better than I thought it would be. Okay.
Yeah. There's always other percentages as well.
I'm sure it's
depends
different
on and
per
it's
company,
definitely
but
different
yeah.
today than compared to 15 years
Yeah.
ago. All of that could give me a full-time salary that was very, very mid. You know? but I would probably say good for a musician.
For a musician, probably, yeah. You are very nicely segueing into the questions I have written down just by coincidence.
Yes.
Because you mentioned Solar. You do run that company.
Yes.
Just happens to be I checked on Thomann. It's one of the best selling heavy guitar brands right now.
Right.
In that price range. Obviously, if you just sort by best selling, it's all going to be fucking Harley Benz for $300.
Yes, exactly.
But it's within the price range of where do they start? Around $699, $799?
The regular Solar guitars start at $699.
Yeah, so in that price range, they are always just some of the best sellers in the heavy category.
Yeah.
Got any cool future plans that you can reveal? There's nothing secret?
I mean, we're always doing new shapes, but the challenge for us and for me has always been that if we do new shapes, it has to be a Solar guitar shape.
Yeah.
That's not venturing into too much other bullshit.
Yeah.
It has to be for me. Solar Guitars is a metal brand. We're not gonna do we're not gonna take a regular Strat shape, or it's always gonna be the metal guitar. So if we do something, if it's a Tele style, it has to look like a Solar guitar. It has to be extreme. That's the challenge for us, to come up with something new that's exciting.
I mean, you've ventured into pedals at some
Yes.
point. Was that last year
before? There's 2 years ago, I think. With the
okay,
Chug
yeah,
pedal.
because I got the Chug pedal
Yep.
a couple of months after it was released, and then I got the tuner with the boost,
Yes.
which is fun. Anything to get excited for?
I'm not gonna make a full-size tube amplifier, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, so
Because-
you're not going to do what Chapman did.
I'm not familiar with what he did.
He made a tube amp.
Okay. I think if you're niche and you do it as a hobby thing or a passion project, I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be available to everyone. When you make a tube power amplifier, first of all, you're working with high voltage.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. You can't just send around high voltage shit all over the world. People can die from that. And you also need a lot of permits for high voltage. Also, amplifiers, they're heavy. So what happens with shipping? Well, shipping becomes stupid expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, so with your amplifier, you need a cabinet. Oh, what's the shipping for a cabinet?
Solar cabs.
Yeah, shipping cabinets all over the world. That sounds great.
You'd be better off turning the Chug into a plug-in.
Exactly, or something like that. At least make a more of a modular thing, where it's okay, you buy the preamp, you buy this power amp, and they're small, and something.
I mean, the Chug is I have a more impulse response pedal, which is just tiny.
Yes. The radar.
That, and I think I actually watched one of your videos on that.
Okay.
And that's why I got it. The Chug and the impulse response in a backpack. Done.
Yeah. And a noise gate, because that's in the Chug.
Let's head in here.
This
could be
I feel
great.
like this is the one most people know.
This is probably the most what people see the most, I would say.
Yeah.
Every Sunday at least they see this space. Let me. Should I make it brighter?
No, that's fine. Looks
Sure,
pretty
it's
good.
fine? When I decided to make this room, I knew that this is going to be the place where I work the most, where I write my music and probably record most of the stuff. This was one of the video rooms that were okay, this is the one I'm going to do first. Put in lights, put these slat walls on the walls so I can hang up guitars and shit, and just make it look like a really awesome guitar center. This side, only Solar guitars was the plan. So I have, all the X's here. Oh, dude, let me show you this. I dropped this guitar on the floor the other day.
Oh, you posted about that.
Can I reenact?
That wasn't. Was that
thing?
in here on the soft carpeted floor?
Can I reenact the process?
Of course.
Okay. So that chair I had in the other room,
Mm-hmm.
the standing chair. It was up here, and I put the guitar like this and be like, okay, it's gonna be fine in this chair while I'm doing this real quick. It was not, and I watched it. Basically, it jumped like this and down straight like this.
Fuck.
Maybe if this was a Gibson, the headstock would have fell off. But
Fun.
good thing with Evertune, still in perfect tune. you know?
What? It fell on the headstock and it's still.
Yeah, because it's Evertune. And then
Nice.
over here we have the Solar wall. This is basically the guitars that I use when I write and record. And these could be old Solars, these can be new. I very seldom replace them, but if there's a guitar I really gel with when I get the marketing sample, I'll be replacing a guitar, and then we'll ship back the guitar I'm replacing it with. This is the first sample of a Solar Artist guitar. So the absolute first sample we ordered before we even launched the brand.
Okay.
2017, yes. And I just have it because it's part of my history. At
Yeah,
least.
that's cool.
And it is a really good sounding guitar. Now it has an old EMG in it that sounds amazing.
Do you still have any of the old Washburn solos?
I do.
Okay.
I do, absolutely. Fuck yeah, that's also part of my history.
Yeah.
I got to keep those. And then this is also an old favorite of mine. It's the second limited version we had. And why I still have it is because it plays good, but it's probably my best sounding guitar.
Okay.
It's just like, sometimes you just get the perfect balance of everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to go into tone wood because I don't really believe in tone wood, but density of the wood, pick up how it's angled, and the whole construction of the guitar just made it perfect. It just has a special growl to it that I just keep coming back to. And then I try to vary and have different shapes as well. This is the T right there. This is our our Shop Chop Relic guitar.
That's cool.
I think it's cool because Relic guitars are usually Strats and Les Pauls, right?
Yeah.
That old style. I was toying with the fact that, okay, but what if we had like the super modern 2010 guitar that looks like it's been played for 50, 60 years?
Yeah.
That was the plan with that.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'm not a Relic fan, but that's
No.
a pretty good one.
We have the white one in the other room. I like it more.
What's with the signed one?
That's a bunch of Coffee with Ola guests.
Oh,
But
okay.
I stopped asking for it. I think we had Devin over here, Morrissey Montasiri, Tosin, Bulb, Gemma Jura. This is a cool looking guitar.
Yes.
What a cool color.
Is that the most recent shape that you
is the
added?
recent
That's
shape.
just the offset V?
Our asymmetrical V, we call it, with a reversed headstock.
That's nice.
For us, it's reversed. An old 2205 JCM, 50 watt. That needs fixing.
What happened to it?
Well, it's an old amplifier, and they start to do random stuff when you pull the pots and shit. But this is probably my favorite rectifier of all time. It's the Reverb. I just remember from the 90s, I tried a Reverb. It's like, dude, that's the best rectifier tone I've ever heard.
Okay.
So I bought this 10 years ago, and it is the best sounding rectifier.
Yeah.
In my
Does
opinion.
it sound less flabby than the standard ones?
Well, they're supposed to sound flappy. That's the point. Yeah, the rectifier was my first amplifier during the 90s. Like, I think 96, I took my hard-earned summer money cash and bought a rectifier rig. I always come back to the rectifier, even though there's so many other cool modern amplifiers today. It's just, there's something in the rectifier that These cameras that I have right here, they're always here. They're like the fixed angles.
They don't move, okay.
They don't move. And they're always connected to power, so I just pop in a memory card and go. Sometimes when I do, actually not for videos, more for like announcement videos for like distributors and shit. Or like, in this case, when they released The Haunted, and there's so much I need to remember, I just put it on the fucking iPad and be like, hello. When you're writing, I'm recording like 20 different distributor videos for different distributors.
I brought my teleprompter with me to Sweden.
Okay.
Because just this morning, when the sun was out, I filmed a video in the hotel room.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. No, but I understand it for scripting, but for me, it's more like, okay, hey, konnichiwa, Japanese distributor, and it's always like Soundhouse, the Japanese IDs, and shit like that. And I can't remember shit like that, so it's really good to have that on there. The computer, by the way, is a Mac Studio. That's underneath here. You can film.
Oh, there it is.
And the M1 Ultra or something like that. Fucking game changer when that came out for Final Cut Pro and Logic. I had the Mac Pro, the big one, and that was great too. But this small little asshole was better.
I really need to switch to Mac. I have a nice like Asus. It's a gaming laptop, I think.
Yeah.
So it's high performance. It's good. Everything else that I have is Apple.
Yeah.
So file transfer and stuff is really annoying.
Like if you're Apple, if you're in the whole ecosystem with your phone and it's just so nice and easy. This is more like a trophy wall, I guess.
Yes.
These are some of my most prized possessions.
I don't even want to know how much that Petrucci Ibanez is worth now.
The thing is that I had one the P2 back in 2000, something like that, and they were fairly priced. Like they cost, I think, 1,250 euros to buy new.
Yeah.
So completely normal. But now I see that they're like 5,000.
If you ever run into money issues, you're good.
Yeah, well, at least some of them. This one, maybe. I have 2 other guitars signed by John. The Majesty, this is my latest one. And the JP15. I'm way bigger a fan of the JP15 than the Majesty.
Yeah, same.
But this is where it's at. I'm an Ibanez guy. That's the shit right there. This is a cheap EVH, so this is not a prized possession. I think it just looks good down there. The
glossy finish gives that away.
Yeah, this is basically like a Squire right there.
Yeah.
But it's cool still. But this was my white whale when I was growing up. It's a Dime 3 ST that came out in the beginning of 2000s. This particular one was damaged, like it had dinged up horns, and it was in terrible condition. I was with Washburn at the time, so I sent them this guitar, and the original guy, Chewy, who did Dimebags finishes, redid this.
Okay.
So it's completely redone and fixed up. He put Domination here on the neck.
I am somewhat known for not really being a Pantera
I
fan.
know.
That's still cool as fuck though. Like
Yeah.
that, I can acknowledge when something's very cool.
Yes,
Also, that
absolutely.
shape. I don't love the ML.
No.
That's sick.
The fucking shit right there. The stealth. That's where it's at. Here we have an ML. This is from 1995. So one of the first USA bolts right there.
Nice.
And this is a vintage guitar now. Fucking 1995. It's incredible. These two are also part of my retirement fund, by the way.
Yes. How much do you think those go for now?
Dude, these are like at 20,000 as well. It's like, and you know, the Southern Cross I saw for 18.
Okay.
It's insane.
Were there any production versions of the
All of these are US.
of the slightly racist one?
I don't think there were any production. Yeah, there was production one. They did print that back in
Okay.
in overseas factories. It's funny because the Confederate flag Dimebag was so Dimebag before it became
Yeah.
too much of a problem. So in my opinion, like seeing Dimebag, that's the Dimebag guitar
Yeah.
right there. But obviously, you know, I don't own one anymore. I have one, but I
You did?
no,
Okay.
and I sold it. It doesn't fit with what I'm doing, and I can't stand for that stuff as well.
Yeah,
It's just like it's not.
It's probably better. I mean, I'd have kept it and sold it maybe 10 years from now.
Yeah, but you know
But
what?
it's still-
I've
yeah.
actually had a bunch of Dimebag guitars, and then I have a bunch of YouTube members that are like Dimebag fans. I've actually sold guitars too
Okay.
at like a reasonable price, because if you go out to try and find a Washburn Dimebag USA today, they're going to be like 10 to 20 thousand euros. So I actually sold the Confederate flag one to a member, and me knowing that it went to a guy that really, you know, wouldn't have been able to buy one of these,
Yeah.
but it's still like a massive Dimebag fan. I mean, that means a lot more to me. Cash is still nice.
I have one segment now that you have your phone on you. So would you like to open up Instagram real quick and go into your message requests folder, randomly just blindly select 3, just pick any random 3 without reading them first. And
So should I make the hidden requests? Because
Well,
I think those are most like boob.
I was gonna say, why are there so many sex bots in there? What?
Like when people have the blue verification thing,
Yeah.
are they more important?
You can buy that now. So no.
You can buy that now, of course. My fiance is addicted to you, as well as myself. Could you please do a quick shout out to him? His name is Paul, and he is on his 3rd solar guitar. He loves watching every single thing you post. Please, love you and never change who you are, which is amazing. That's the one message. Then it's please do a shout out to my fiance. It's the same message, but with more pleases in the beginning.
I mean, if Paul is so obsessed with you, he's probably gonna see this. So,
Dude, Paul, thank you, man. It's time to get the 4th solar.
yeah, what's up, Paul? If he is as obsessed with you as they're saying, then he's gonna see you in the thumbnail of this and click on it, obviously.
Yes. So that's nice. Like,
Yeah.
I must say, most of the messages.
I like the follow-up one with the pleases.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly. I got a Solar V today, dude, and I just want to message you personally to say how rad it is. I fully expect no reply, but this is the sort of thing someone should tell you, regardless of that. This is a compliment, and I don't give to receive. Make it heavy and take it easy. Dude, thank you so much.
That's nice.
Thank you, James. That's so nice. And he didn't get a response. That's the thing. Like only today I've had about 25 message requests. All right. I have a request here. There's actually one guy on YouTube who, this is very common, but it's one of these. This is day 1 asking to send me a solo guitar.
Yeah, of course.
I need one a lot. Everyone said that your guitar are perfect. Monday. This is day 2 asking to send me a solo guitar. Tuesday. This is day 3. And then after day 4, this is day 4 and 5 of asking to me to send me a solo guitar. Forgot a day.
It's nice when they forget a day. That usually happens not too long in, and it's like, well, if you're not even gonna follow through.
That was it. That was 4 minutes ago. So we'll see one more tomorrow.
It was day. You missed day 4.
Yes.
If 4 days in you're already not committed enough to it, then you don't even deserve it.
Yeah. So a very common thing is also that a lot of people send me their music to check out.
Of course they do,
which
yeah.
is cool. And that's something I want to do more of, just like checking out people's music on live streams.
This is just the Dean Select V that I bought. There's absolutely nothing special about it. This, also one of my white whales. I had an Ibanez Universe before that I sold, and obviously you always regret selling your Ibanez Universe.
Yep.
But then I traded one back, and I got Steve Vai to sign it.
Nice.
So these are also, I see they're also very expensive. It's
Oh,
not. It's not.
no, especially the black and green ones.
Do you want to meet Louise?
Oh,
Hi. Here's Louise.
hello.
There's newer universes, but this is one of the original ones. I think it's from 1990.
To me, it's very old.
The fun thing is that during the 90s, when I started playing guitar, I was like, okay, all these vintage guitars from the 70s, right?
Yeah.
You know, well, I went to guitar summits and shit. And, you know, these were the new guitars back then. When I had my first one, this was my main live guitar for a while with my band. But now, you know, some of these guitars are way older than the vintage guitars were when I was a kid during the 90s.
Imagine at some point the Solar is going to be vintage.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm preparing with
nuts.
the relics and shit like that, just to hype up the prices. This Dimebag guitar, oh, brain fart again. I don't remember what the name was of the builder, but he built this for Gary Holt of Exodus.
Okay.
So Gary Holt had this being built as a tribute.
That raises the question of why you have it.
Because I saw that Gary Holt was selling guitars, and I just sent him a text, and he's like, sure.
Nice.
So it's nice to have a little bit of a you know, people do somehow know about me a little bit.
Little bit.
You know, I play with Slayer and Anthrax to open up for them and shit like it. So, you know, I do know the guys. But I do have an entryway, you know, because All England, the amazing.
What was your very first guitar?
My very first guitar was, I was thinking if I still have it. I have it somewhere, but it was a Vantage guitar.
Okay.
That it was actually not mine. It was my brother's that I borrowed, that I later refinished. I stripped it of paint and refinished. So it's I didn't keep it, unfortunately. I still have it, but it's not the same as it was. But my first real guitar that I purchased was a Fender Mustang.
Okay.
Because just when I started playing guitar, I did actually start playing guitar because of Nirvana, but very fast.
Who didn't?
Exactly. At that time, who didn't? But very fast, I switched over to Mel. But the Fender Mustang was the first guitar that I purchased for my own money and that I played for a while until I bought a dime bag guitar on my 16th birthday, 1997. I went to
Classic.
the store, and I don't have that one either left, unfortunately. This is where I write most of my music. I'm very much into routine, so every Monday morning, I start in here and I write a song, or write the Sunday with Ola song. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my routine as of the past 3 years. Every Monday, first thing I do, I grab a coffee, go in here, start writing immediately. I still have the whole week to figure out if it's a good song or not before I release it on the Sunday with Ola. It was basically a way for me to force myself to write something after having I had like a dry season for a long time where I didn't write anything. So that's why I started to incorporate that into the Sunday with Ola, because it forces me to write every week. And now it's just, you know, a part of what I do. I mean, I'm not making miracles every week, but you know, for me, it's about getting it out of your system. Even if it's a bad idea, I need to get it out somehow.
Yeah.
And that's what I do on the Sunday with Olas. Common thing for me to do, like I said, you know, I need to make the workflow efficient. I just start a template. So I have a template for Sunday with Ola. Everything's already dialed in, the drums, everything. The talking microphone, because I record everything into one and the same project. I don't have any like external recorders. I record everything into Logic right here. The guitar playing, the microphone, all the computer stuff, everything goes into one and the same project. I just bounce out the whole project, and it saves a lot of time. I do have a guy that's editing videos for me. So he's doing like half of my videos. So all the Sunday with Olas are edited by him. He sits in the other office.
Do you edit the other half yourself?
Yes.
You still do editing
Yes,
yourself? Jesus,
absolutely.
that's okay.
For me, that's still very important because it's my voice.
Yeah, I respect that. I like editing my own videos. I hate editing. It's not.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of doing it.
No, same.
but I like doing it myself.
Yeah.
I've tried outsourcing it, didn't work. I like that you still do it at like the size of your operation.
Well, it's so tough because it's your voice. How can you let someone else edit your voice? You have to find someone that works and understands your humor. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, how can someone other than me understand what I want to portray in my videos? It's impossible almost. He still does half the videos. He does the Sun with Ola, which is very good for me because they take a long time. There's a lot of segments and a lot of editing, and he does those, which I'm very happy about. I'm very proud about what I've created.
You probably get a million emails and DMs asking for, can I have one?
The good thing is that Louise that you met earlier, she takes care of all of those.
Oh,
things. So she gets
good.
every day.
Yep.
From people with, with cancer and medical issues.
Or unfortunately, people who just say that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's terrible when people have cancer, but I can't afford giving a guitar every day. That's the problem I have. It's terrible.
The way you said that is fine. If that was like written, that would read horribly.
That's what I mean. So don't make an article out of this.
Oh yeah,
you lose a lot of
Guitar World is going to pick this right up.
Yes, absolutely.
Boy, oh boy.
This is my current chaos room, at least. So this is where I keep all my traveling and touring cases, empty boxes.
That's indeed a chaos room. I wish I could wide angle it, but I'm just gonna. There you go.
I mean, that's also a privilege to have a chaos room. For me, as a creative person, having a chaos room is very nice because I can always shove some shit in here, and feel like, okay, I can keep it clean outside, shut the door. Well, now I can't shut the door because I place shit in front
there's
of it.
too much shit.
But like if you're coming here to video, at least I can shove a bunch of shit in here and it looks proper out here.
Yeah, I feel like everybody else that I do this with probably shoves it under the bed or something.
Exactly, because they probably don't have the same space. I'm very lucky to have this space, but I am paying for it too. That's it. That's my office right here. How about that?
Amazing.
I mean, the thing is that I try to remember is that I've been doing this for a very long time, and all of this, people are saying, "Oh, you're so lucky to have all of this," but for me, I feel like
I've been working for 15 years. Shut up.
Exactly. And working really hard too. Like in the beginning, I would never have dreamt to have something like this. I want to remember why I'm doing this. I always come back to the audience. I'm very privileged to have this, and it's because of my audience and that I built up my channel. And obviously, Solar Guitars is definitely helping me to stay non-sponsored, which is something that's also very important to me.
That's quite valuable as a YouTuber to have that.
Well, I've noticed I just don't like when people have control over my name.
Yeah.
And when people sponsor you, it's giving them a little bit piece of yourself. I don't think that's a problem, but for me, I think it's a problem.
Yes.
I have a very tough time I don't have any endorsements. Not even strings, no picks, no nothing. I represent the brand and I can't control the brand.
Yeah.
It's a control thing. So when I was with Washburn, and if people get mad at Washburn for something, I'm a part of the problem.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I would never I don't do endorsements ever. Right, I've been offered certain stuff like pickups or whatever.
Yes.
It's like, nah, fuck off. But also with even with just individual video sponsors, like the stuff for this, obviously this series is expensive.
Yes.
I pick those very carefully because it's like I've been offered lots of money.
Yeah.
I probably could have had this sponsored by Temu.
Yes.
They've offered me a lot of money.
But do you want to be associated with Temu? No,
yeah, so that's why I've turned down $5,000 from them as for a channel my size. That is ridiculous money.
And you know what?
Fuck that.
For a smaller channel, I think it's perfectly okay. For me, keeping control of my name is super important now.
Yes.
This is my safe space. Now that I'm alone here, I feel like this could be my home. I really made a place where I love to be. That makes it easier for me to make the content.
Yeah.
And it makes me happier, and I hope people see that I'm happy when I'm making the content, because I am happy. I love doing what I do. Hopefully I get to do it, for a long time.
Nice.